Hi friends, it's Deanna here today, and today I've got a quick sewing tip for you. Have you ever had to sew in a sleeve and top stitch the inseam or the inseam of a pant leg and you're like, my machine cannot fit through that. What am I gonna do? Well, let me show you how easy it is to actually do this. So now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our shirt or our pant and we're going to place our sleeve right. This is where your crotch would be. This is your waist out here, right? And this is my sleeve. So like here's my sleeve. This is my inseam going all the way down my sleeve. My pant, this would be my whole pant leg, and my other pant leg would be here. This would be my waist if it was my waist, but on the shirt, it's my, my inseam here. So then we're going to grab this and we're going to start gathering it out to bring it over. Now, we're only pushing down the one side of the sleeve, and I know my thread is kind of wanting to come over here, but we're just pushing the one side of the sleeve over to this side. The other side of the sleeve is staying over there on that side. And I'll give you a close-up in just a minute, so I'm just bringing it all in. It might be kind of annoying, like the other side of the sleeve might be wanting to come over here and you're like, no, I don't need you. Almost there. Now obviously this has a big old cuff right here at the end, so it's wanting to not go through, which I don't need to go all the way past the cuff because I'm not top stitching the cuff. I mean, this is just a project that I'm showing you on. But the reason why I'm bringing it all the way through because I want to show you. Now what I have here is I have my whole leg. It's bunched up in here and I have it in between my sewing machine. So now it's like stuck in my sewing machine, as you can see that. You can see there's a gap right there, and then the front of my sleeve is on this side, the back of my sleeve is on that side, and I can see all the way through to where the other side of my pant, this would be my opening here, but that's my sleeve. Now that we've got it all situated under there, we want to make sure, under where? Anyway, we want to make sure that that's all good. My foot got pushed down when I was dealing with it. Okay, so here's my, this is my side seam here. So I'm going to go back over and place my side seam over, under my foot, I mean. And push my foot down. Now you gotta make sure that none of this fabric is bunching under. You're just kind of gonna be working with a little bit at a time. So this is flat. There is nothing underneath it. This is just one side of where I'm gonna start top stitching. So as I'm top stitching, I'm just going through and top stitching. And as I'm top stitching, I'm just feeding this fabric through. Again, making sure that nothing is underneath it. Feeding it all the way through. Stop and feed more of the fabric through. I'm not even pushing it because, you know, the sewing machine does its thing. Just going right through. And it's slowly coming to the end of the sleeve. Remember, the other side of the sleeve is on the other side, so it's not getting caught. Nothing is getting caught except for this one side of the sleeve. And all the way down until we get to the inseam here or the other side of the leg. So what you would do is, if you're doing a pant, you would pick up your foot, turn this all the way around because you now have freed this one pant leg. Sorry, it's getting stuck, but my foot went back down. That's why I wouldn't turn. So you already freed that one side of the leg. See right here, we top stitched that whole side. I wasn't very careful with it, so I got a little wiggly, but you would take your time right here. So then you would go ahead and go back on this side and start bunching again for the other side and do the other leg. So I don't have another leg, but I have another sleeve, so I'm gonna pull this out and I'm gonna do the same on the other sleeve. So we're gonna do it twice so you can really see what I'm talking about. All right, I'm gonna do the other sleeve. So once again, well, I'm gonna unbutton it because usually you would do this before you sew it all together, but I didn't. Okay, so here's my sleeve. Okay. I am here where my seam would be here at the inside. Right? This is my seam here where my crotch would be or where my armpit is. And I'm going to start gathering that sleeve in. Okay, so here is, I've gotten to the end, is where my cuff is. So it's giving me a little bit of a hard time because it's so thick and my foot keeps going down. It is better if you do it before you make the cuff. But I didn't know how to do this before I made the cuff, so that's why. So there's my cuff right there, and we're gonna start, again, this is the sleeve, right? And there's nothing cut underneath it, like this, there's just the one side of the sleeve. And then we're gonna go ahead and get started. Oop. Yeah, I pulled it down. I was like, did I pull it down? Okay, and then we're just feeding it slowly, going through. Making sure all the other pieces of sleeve are not caught in there. If I can do it to this narrow sleeve of a jacket, we can do it to pants easily. All the way through. Pull it off. We'll just go this way because it's easier. I'll show you my sleeve has been top stitched, and I can fit my hand into my sleeve because nothing got caught on the other side. So there it is. Easy.
All right, we are finished. What did you think about that tip? Wasn't it so easy? I literally just learned about this tip not that long ago. I was making the cargo pants and I was like, it was time to top stitch the inseam, and I was like, there's no way I can do this. And Lucky's just like, yes you can. And she showed me and I was like, wow, I need to do a video to show everybody else how you can do this. So I hope you enjoyed this little tip. Comment below and let me know what you think. And let me know below too if you have any tips that you like to use while sewing that you think that some other people would love to know as well, so we can share with everybody else. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!